Said I know you're tired of working.
We dedicate this song to someone special. Very special.
Listen, girl, you've been struggling, baby, for far too long. I know you independent, girl. You'd rather be making it on your own. I know you told yourself that you don't need a man, but let me explain, girl, the type of man that I am. So baby, just hold on, yeah. Say, girl, I'm about to save the day. Can I do this for you? I'ma pay your house note, car note, insurance in the light bill. Said I'ma get your hair done, your nail done, a new bag on you. All your bills, I won't even invest in your business, and I'm looking out for your children. Yeah, so you can call me Mr. Pay them bills. My friends.
Hi, welcome to the Tug and Meal Show. I'm Tug.
I'm Neil. This video is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. All opinions expressed in this video by Wonder Rosie and Bionic Christina are our own and do not reflect that of our employer. All opinions expressed in this video are protected under the National Labor Relations Act, and we thank many, many people for that. We do. So we have an update for you. Update. Yay! You ready? You ready? So UNILECT is back in good standing with the Franchise Tax Board. Isn't that fantastic news? Everybody should be happy, right?
As of January 14th.
So, what does that say about all the elections from April of 24 till January 14th of 26?
Not a damn thing.
They still weren't in good standing.
Doesn't change nothing.
So I think, my honest opinion, and it is an opinion, that I think all those elections should just be overturned and rerun. Any, and it doesn't just have to be Teamsters. It can be any other election that they held within that time frame.
But here's a caveat that I don't think that the e-boards that were involved with hiring UNILECT should be allowed to run again. It's kind of like a runner in the Olympics that gets caught using steroids. They don't get to go again. So all of them need to be removed, and we can run the elections again, but not with them. They need to go bye-bye because they have violated a whole lot of the Constitution, and the worst part was the oath. So not to mention so much other stuff. So that's just,
that's an opinion.
These are all opinions. We are not lawyers. We are not giving legal advice.
Nope.
These are all just our opinions, and we're just.
So we did send out some letters, though. We wanted some information. We wanted people to be aware that this was happening. And so we sent out a letter to, Sean O'Brien. We sent out a letter to the Department of Labor, which I don't think we've heard back from yet. We've sent a letter out to the State's Attorney General,
Rob Bonta.
He has responded. It was really generic.
That's all right. We're going to be putting out a press release because February 7th, we're having another rally.
Nice.
So we'll be putting out a press release about the another press conference that we're doing on February 7th.
Maybe I can get there. Maybe. Okay. So we did get a response from the IBT.
We did.
We're going to
share that with you because that one is just
because we haven't quite figured out. Go ahead, start doing the thing. Because we haven't quite figured out how it's okay. You know what I mean? No. no, that one. How it's okay. I'm confused as to why and this did not come from Sean himself. And this did not come from Sean himself. Why do you do that?
Because I don't know which one to use over here.
Just forget it. Do this.
Okay.
And we'll figure it out from there. Thank you very much. Open it up. So, just open.
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 Like
what was it, Mervin's? Open.
TJ Maxx, maybe?
No, I think it was Mervin's.
Okay, maybe.
But I don't know.
Put it down in the comments what that was.
Yeah. Anyways. So, we got this letter back from the IBT. And as you can see, it's not from Sean O'Brien. I just want you to be aware of that.
Well, it's kind of like it has their letterhead on it, but it is actually from the general counsel of the IBT.
So just so you know.
And this came in on January 5th, just so you know the timeline. And then UNILECT became...
That we're not there yet.
All right. I'll let Christine handle this part because I kind of...
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Get lost.
I'm just excited.
Okay. So the Dear Brother Sparks, because Michael Sparks also sent letters to them, and he got the answer, I guess, before us. Anyways, it says that my office confirmed through the Office of Compliance, Standards and Investigation that UNILECT's standing with the California Franchise Tax Board had in fact lapsed. So we're admitting that they're not legal.
Not in good standing.
Not in good standing. We also learned that one of UNILECT's owners has been dealing with serious health issues, which contributed to the oversight for almost 2 years. And have been reassured that restoring good standing with the Franchise Tax Board is merely a
ministerial
matter. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that. That will be promptly addressed and resolved. That is fantastic. So, back in 2019, I want to say it was, I was going through a cancer treatment. So you're telling me that I could have just let everything go, and it just, when they all questioned me why my bills weren't paid, but I was dealing with a serious health issue. I'm sorry.
Right, and it's a ministerial matter.
I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Right.
So, anyways,
must be a legal argument.
Yeah, right. We're gonna have to.
I got to look into this as a legal argument.
Yeah, the next time we.
Absolutely.
All right. We also confirm
mental note
that UNILECT is a vendor for many labor organizations in your region with a positive reputation.
I'm sorry, I was choking. I need some coffee.
Yeah, good plan. We're going to contact some of those organizations and some of the people in them, because we can do that.
Anyways, moving on.
And anyways, we're going to, without substantial evidence of misconduct, because not having good standing with the Franchise Tax Board has nothing to do with your conduct. I guess it has nothing.
No,
that doesn't do it. Okay.
No,
we have no reason to doubt that the lapse has affected or will affect UNILECT's ability to conduct a secure election compliant with both the international standards as well as the Labor Management Reporting and Disclosure Act. Accordingly, the IBT considers this matter closed unless you can provide specific instances or evidence of misconduct, because not being okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've unpacked that letter. Relax. I see that. I see that.
I think it's just more of a take it with however you guys want, because we can't really. I'm not going to comment on it.
but I commented.
Well,
Okay,
I think
so-
you commented enough on it because we just need
Well-
to just kind of.
Okay, well, let's put it this way. Give me that dues analogy again, because
Okay, so here's my problem with this is that so we're coming into the delegate elections,
correct.
and UNILECT is now going to run all of these delegate elections here in Joint Council 42 and Joint Council 7.
Because now they're in good standing.
Because now they're in good standing, and according to the IBT, there is nothing wrong with them. They had no misconduct, and even though they were not in good standing and illegal to do and could not do contracts.
Because remember,
And-
we Googled that and we
Right,
showed you the
and
Google
it was
that
all
says you can't
illegal.
do that.
To do good contracts and everything in the state of California from April 2024 until January 14th. So all those elections are coming to question.
No, they don't.
So my problem is that in order to run as a delegate or to run as an officer in the IBT election, you have to have 24 months of consistent dues paying into the union. And if you don't, then you're not eligible to run. But we're going to allow a company that hasn't technically been paying their dues
To the tax man.
consistently to the tax man for 24 months or
No, 18,
for 18 months.
19, something like that.
And we're going to allow that company to run our elections
Again.
And the problem that I have is that for me, and I think a lot of other members, this brings into question the integrity of the union. Like, I think that the biggest problem that I have is that I look at this and I say, okay.
Well, time out. So 24 months of continuous dues paying, or you are not eligible. You can't do it. So now, if I go out and take a withdrawal card, which I never do, but were I to take a withdrawal card, does that mean I can go to the IBT and say, look, remember, UNILECT didn't pay their dues for.
So if somebody is running as a delegate and they put in their paperwork to find out if they're eligible and they're denied because let's say they were out on disability and they had a health concern, is
serious illness.
A serious illness, is the IBT going to use that same language and say that it's okay?
You can run as a delegate.
That they'll waive their dues?
Absolutely.
And allow them to run as a delegate? Or is that different? It's okay for the company that's running the elections to not be in legal standing for a year and a half under the California state tax franchise to run our elections, but it's not okay for their own members to violate the Constitution, which also governs the fact that these companies were illegal. But we're just going to split a hair and say, well, this goose is good for this gander, but it's not good for this one. And we're supposed to just be,
okay.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. My bad.
Hey, there is no shenanigans here. No tomfoolery. Stop playing with your goddamn hair.
I'm sorry, I'm irritated.
I see that. Jeez. All right. So, should we show them the letter that shows them in good standing, or just let it go? Let them know in January.
No, we can show it to them.
Okay, so we do have the letter that shows them in good standing as of January 14th, and it should be.
It's that one.
That one. All right. That one. She says that one. I say, okay. Yep. Okay. So here we go. It says the entity is in good standing with the Franchise Tax Board. Now, just a guesstimate because I don't have an exact dollar amount. Okay. And so you can't hold me to this, but it's a guesstimate from our coalition that,
we did some math, ran some numbers.
Oh, but wait a minute. Do we know how to do that anymore? Because the math don't math sometimes.
Well, it don't math for the locals, but it does for those running against them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we know how to do math. Our math's not funny math.
It's good math.
Right.
So we guesstimate, interest and penalties
Fines,
and fines There's approximately, we're going with close to $500,000, $500,000 that they didn't pay.
Didn't have the money.
Well, you don't know that.
Well,
we're dealing with a serious health issue.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry.
That excuses everything.
Okay. Because the franchise tax board probably only notified them once. They didn't send them multiple letters.
Phone calls?
There were no phone calls. There was no notification that their company had been suspended. They probably just got one letter, and it might have gotten lost in the mail. And that's why they, and I got to tell you, honestly think it's sweet that this got paid. I think it's fantastic.
Because you know what? That happened.
I think it.
What, 9 days? 9 days.
Yes, it was 9 days. So from January 5th when we got the letter
from Sean.
From Sean.
Or dated. The letter dated.
The letter was dated January 5th, and then UNILECT was back in good standing on January 14th. And I think it's fantastic. I think it's really sweet that they were able to come up with that money and that this whole thing was able to get worked out because there was somebody in their family that was ill. And there's a really good chance. We're not saying, we don't know who paid. For all we know, it could have been GoFund corruption or GoFund cheaters or, there's all kind of GoFundMes out there. So it could have been any kind of a GoFundMe that took care of this.
In 9 days.
For them, in 9 days. And it might have just been that somebody told them, hey, you may have a letter somewhere in your house from the tax board and you need to pay that. And they went, oh, we forgot. We had that one letter. Because it's usually just one letter.
Okay.
Because I know when I'm behind on my taxes, I only get one letter.
Now, do you remember that one year I got like a 1099 that I didn't know about? And it was like $1,000. It was something minuscule. Changed my income by like $1,000. And I got a letter from the tax board that says, you owe us like $700. And I was like, what? 700? Are you serious? And then I got another letter. You still owe us. Remember, you got to call. We got to make arrangements here.
And then phone calls start coming in, and then they start with the if you don't call us or notify us,
we're going to garnish
your wages. But none of that probably happened.
You're right. You know what? You're right.
Because it was just a mishap. It was
just an oversight.
An oversight.
It was an oversight.
I think
somebody was ill.
We're being way too hard on them.
And somebody was ill.
Yeah.
So that just knows everything else.
We're being way too hard on them. So the ones that really need to be held responsible are the 7 e-board members in every single local.
There's only 7?
There's only 7.
I thought somebody else said they were on the board, but
no, they're not.
Oh.
No. If you're actually not described in the bylaws, you're not on the board.
Well, we asked the president.
You're just a puppet of your principal officer.
But wait a minute. We actually asked this question of the president of our local, what the advisor's role was. And we didn't really get an answer.
No, he really couldn't define it because it's not defined in the bylaws in our local. They're not even mentioned. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I guess it's hard to put advisor/puppet on there.
Yeah, that's a very long title, isn't it? Anyways,
I really would like to know, you know what? I'm really curious. If you have advisors on your board in your local, could you just put that down in the comments or email us or text us? Because we'd love to know how many locals have advisors on their board, or if you could find it in your bylaws. That'd be really interesting for us because we haven't even been able to find it in LM2s when we check them across the nation because we do that. LM2s show's going to be coming, by the way, March. Look out for that.
Christine loves.
That'll be exciting.
Loves the March show for the LM2.
So,
remember, you learn all about the LM2 at your local meeting, so you must attend. Got it? You must attend so you can learn about these things.
So one of the other things we wanted to talk about, and I was starting to briefly touch on it, was that one of the issues that I have with using UNILECT in these delegate elections is the questionable, I think, integrity it looks at on our own union. You have a company that has not been in good standing, that has been their integrity is in question.
Mm-hmm.
And they were dishonest to the union. they misrepresented themselves, and continually contracting with them, to me, says more about our union than it does about UNILECT. We know who UNILECT is. We understand who UNILECT is. But I can't understand, and I really wish someone would explain it to me. Why would our union continue to contract with a company that has misled the members, lied to the members, and deceived the members?
They haven't deceived us.
And ran.
They deceived the board, all 7 of them.
Okay, but they also deceived us, because when we thought that we were running elections that were legitimate, they were not. And they were not in good standing. They should have disclosed this the minute they went into contracts and said, hey, we're not in good standing right now. You may want to go and work with someone else. But,
because there are actually other companies to use. Geez. And I found that on
there's a long list of them.
And I found that on Google too.
So it's not like this is the only company that they can use in the state of California. There's actually a long list of them that they can use. So you really have to ask yourself, why are you continually doing business with UNILECT when you know what their business practices are like, when you know the type of person they are? I don't continually do business with somebody that I know is dishonest. I don't continually do business with somebody that I don't trust. But then again, I'm not.
We don't make those decisions.
Well,
it's above my pay grade.
There's just,
so
it's just the part of the union that I have always questioned, and I'm starting to question it now, and I don't understand it, and I want some answers, because I don't like corruption in my union, and I don't like to question the leadership in my union and wonder why they're doing things that aren't for the betterment of the members. I don't understand it.
Let me ask this question, and just think on it for 2 seconds while you're driving or while you're whatever you're doing. Why would the IBT, why would they defend and allow these elections to continue when it puts the local union's reputation, integrity, and just the union in general, the great union that we belong to? Why would they continue to do this if they're putting us at risk? It's putting our name at risk. Why would you continue to allow this? Why wouldn't you, even if you want to send us a letter that says defend it, fine. But you should be going to these locals or to the joint councils and saying, look, bad business, change it. I really think that's all you got to do. As the leaders of the IBT, go and say, you can't use this company anymore. Find someone else. Find someone that's been in good standing for 30 years, because they are out there. So that's my opinion.
But our fight is far from over. We have a great coalition that has been put together. We are way from being done. This is affecting a lot of members, and Christine and I we don't allow anybody to hurt the members or the union. It's not okay. It's not okay with us. We'll fight, as long as we can. And
just remember, we're getting old.
So, right.
We were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah. You have conversations now that are just about what hurts. So,
anyway, a totally different topic.
But just, there's going to be quite a few things coming up. We're going to be doing a show. We're going to be doing some shows on the delegate elections that are coming.
Yes.
Our delegate nomination is next Saturday on the 24th. I would say to get to the Bloomington Hall, probably about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm not sure how many people are going to be there. That is not. Well, they say it's 10, but I would say get there at 8:30, 9 o'clock just to make sure, because you never know when they're going to start it. This is not the general membership meeting.
Yeah.
The general membership meeting is January 31st. It is the following Saturday.
Yes.
So the only reason why you would go to the hall next Saturday is if you wanted to see the delegate nominations.
And let me tell you, that just because someone says they're on the board doesn't mean they're on the board.
Right.
Because that board member...
The local will be nominating 20 delegates and 4 alternates. And anybody who wants to run against them can nominate. They can nominate individually. They can nominate full 20 delegates and 4 alternates.
2 years.
But you have to have 2 years of good standing, which means you have to have your dues paid for the last 2 years.
Yeah,
and anybody who nominates needs to have their dues paid for the last month. So you know, there you can go on ibtvote.org and get all the election rules, because this is not a local election. This is an IBT election. This is actually the delegate election that's actually ran by an election supervisor. So this one has a little bit different rules than a local election. So if you're interested, you can always contact us if you're considering running for delegate or would like to run for delegate or just want to know how the process works. We can let you know. But we will definitely, if you're there next Saturday, we'll see you there, because
we'll be there.
We're going to be there. So that's pretty much, I think that's all we've got.
No shenanigans or tomfoolery here.
No, not at all. Our union never has any shenanigans or tomfoolery.
Never.
No, the math, always maths.
So we're probably going to have part 2.
Right? We'll be covering the delegate election, guys. Those numbers will be fun.
We shall see. We shall see.
Right.
But it's been fun with you guys. It's been fun. As always, as always, as always.
Here we go.
Can't believe you're playing this.
Let me tell you how it will be. There's one for you, 19 for me. 'Cause I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. Should 5